What is up, guys? HD here. Welcome back to Minecraft, where today we are going to be headed straight to the Nether. Now, this isn't because there's necessarily anything that I need to do there. It's more of a case of me needing to go to the Nether to travel somewhere in the overworld. Because, if you are unaware, 1 block in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. So, it makes for some very quick and speedy travel, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you recall, in the last episode, I made my way to an ocean monument and a woodland mansion. Well, I'm still in the process of linking up the woodland mansion because it's over the 2,000 blocks away in the Nether, but I have successfully linked up my ocean monument. Now, I've also gone ahead and completely hollowed out the monument like I said I was going to do, so I'm not gonna drag this out. I'm gonna literally get straight over there and show you. Quite luckily for me, all I had to do was extend the pathway on the right here. As you can see, it goes down there, and we just follow that for a little while. It's not really too far away. It didn't take us too long to get there in the overworld, to be fair, but in the Nether, it's a lot quicker. And here we are. It's completely hollowed out. Now, of course, whilst doing this, I acquired quite a lot of sea lanterns, and I didn't want it to be too dark. Bats and that still spawn, but I thought, you know what, I kind of like this design, so that's what I went with. But this is the ocean monument, everyone. This is it completely hollowed out. It took me ages, but it's done. We did it, and it's a really nice color in here. Again, it took me ages, but I'm glad that I spent the time to do it. So, yeah, this is now done. I'm going to create some pool of water. We can still get out to the ocean through here. It's incredibly dark, but let's get on back in and, well, yeah, head on home. Oh, while we're heading back, it's probably worth me mentioning that I finally managed to get a withered skeleton to spawn. I've actually had quite a few of them now. I think it's something to do with the shaders pack. I'm not really too sure, but I think the light level and stuff changes depending on the shaders, so they just weren't spawning when I had the shader pack on, but I turned it off as an experiment and it works. So if I need to go and get withered skeletons, I will of course do that off camera because I don't want to subject you to looking to this world without shaders on. It looks a lot different, especially if you get used to how this looks. Now, one thing I will say, in fact, I'm not going to head straight home. I'm going to start showing you the bridge I built towards the woodland mansion. But one thing I managed to come across, and it just worked out really conveniently, is a while ago when I went looking for the... Oh, why did I build it there? I don't recall why exactly I built it. I went exploring and I built a random portal. I headed in this direction and built a random portal which took me out into an acacia biome, I believe it was, and we just took it from there. Well, digging through this way, which took a long time. Well, it didn't take too long because this pickaxe is very efficient, and I repaired it as often as I could because I would mine quartz and just repair it, but going through here, which as you can see is quite a long tunnel, we eventually get to the portal that I placed, and I was like, whoa, that works out super conveniently. So I went ahead and connected it up through, well, the bridge technically, and everything was a-okay from then on out. See, this is where all my cobblestone went. It literally took me so long. I've timed it so far because I've built the middle stem of the entire pathway. I believe it took me about 15 minutes to get from one end of this bridge to the other end, but here's the portal I was on about. This is the portal that we randomly placed up against the wall, and now I've connected it all up to this bridge. So we're going to go through here just so I can show you. Well, I was right about it being an acacia biome, that's for sure. Look at this. Yeah, it's still here, surrounded by torches. I vaguely remember, like, spawning here. I don't really recall what I was doing, though. It might have been when I went looking for the stronghold. I might be wrong, though. I don't fully recall. Oh, look at that. Look at the sunshine through that and turn the grass pink. That's so cool. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Now, of course, I can't head the entire way to the woodland biome because... what? Woodland biome? Woodland mansion? Because I've not completed the bridge there yet. So... I've literally, I had 3 chests full to the brim with cobblestone, and they're all empty now, so yeah, we've got a lot of digging to do. So hopefully we can get that done at some point or another. But I mean, at the moment, even just the length of this part is quite long, so yeah, we got a lot of mining to do. Right, there is one more thing I would like to show you, and that is just out here over by the floating island. I got around to building the wings. So they are completely hollow at the moment, but I'm kind of thinking of keeping it that way because I did try and fill them in before and it just didn't look right. It didn't look right at all. Like, I really was not happy with it, like, at all. And yes, excuse the abundance of chickens. I don't know why there's so many, there just are, but that's the wing design I settled with. It looks a little bit clunky from up here, but I mean, from down, hey, there we go. From down here, it looks kind of nice. So you'll have to let me know what you think. Should I fill them in some way because when I tried it before, it just didn't work? Or should I leave them as they are? I was going to build them on camera, but I kept changing my design so many times that I couldn't get happy with it. And you might have also noticed that the mound that used to be here is gone. When I said I've been busy, I really meant I've been busy. I completely flattened out this part over here as well, so some of the grass is still growing, which is fine. I actually did that to get more cobblestone when I was building my bridge for the woodland mansion, so yeah. Yeah, it was a busy time, but you know what? I'm perfectly happy with it, and I like the biome change. You can see when the grass gets greener, like literally gets greener, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I am going to build stuff up here eventually. I just don't really know what I'm going to build up here yet. I'm thinking of building like a quarry at some point, which I think will be kind of a cool idea, but for now, we are going to do some other things. Okay, so one of the things I actually want to do today is find an ice biome and collect as much glass as possible. Not glass, ice! An ice biome so I can collect as much ice as possible, because as I said when we were in the nether, it takes me 15 minutes of running and jumping to get from one end of the bridge to the other for the woodland mansion, and that's just way too much time. So if you use ice and a boat, you can speed up your travel by an immense amount of speed. So if we use ice, it's slightly quicker. If we use packed ice, it's very quicker. If we use blue ice, it's incredibly quicker. But ice is, well, mineable and you can freeze water and stuff. Like, that's how you get ice. But packed ice is 9 ice blocks and blue ice is 9 packed ice blocks. So that's 81 normal ice to make 1 blue ice. That's a lot of ice. Like, that is a lot of ice. So I'm probably going to go with packed ice only because blue ice seems a little bit too challenging. Another thing I want to do at some point is locate another stronghold, because I actually learned that you can have multiple strongholds spawn, which I was semi-aware of, but I didn't know if that was the case anymore. I knew it used to be able to be done, but I didn't know if they changed or removed the feature. So when I next go to the woodland mansion, I'm going to take some Eyes of Ender with me. That way I can see if there's a stronghold near there, and hopefully have one that generates in a proper manner, because the last time we tried that, and I actually really wanted to go to the end to fight the Ender Dragon and get elytras and all that, well, let's just say there was no end portal because it generated in the worst way possible, but I'm still mad. I know I said I'm over it, but I'm not. I was genuinely pissed. I still am. I'm still annoyed about it because I spent so long in that one broken stronghold finding absolutely nothing. But you know what? Let's just move on and go and look for some ice. I know this won't be the most entertaining of videos, but I didn't want to have to do everything off camera because I just feel like having massive jumps from where things are in the series would feel a bit weird. So I will try and make this as entertaining as I can, but I mean, I can't do everything off camera. I would love to, don't get me wrong, it's just I think you guys kind of want to see me do things rather than just suddenly have things, if that makes sense. I think I'm trying to explain myself there. What? Yeah. What? Yeah, right. Let's just carry on. Guys, it's a fox. Have a potato. Hey, once again, as night falls, I've been saved by another village. I would travel at night, I just don't want to. Simple as, really. Well, it's a good sign I've come across snow, because where there's snow means the potential for ice. Whoa! Okay, the ice was covering a ravine. So, well, I'm glad there's water there, but I did not see the ravine there at all. It's just sort of there now. Okay, well, I've literally filled my inventory with ice, so I think it's time to start heading home in whatever direction that is. Am I on the map? No, but I can work out what way to go from the map. Okay, guys, long story short, and it's been a while. Long story short, I've got a lot of compressed ice now. A little bit of normal ice, but a lot of compressed ice. I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to put it. Where should I put my compressed ice? Because, I mean, these chests are now empty. I'll go in one of these. Compressed ice. Compressed ice. Hey. Okay, so the next thing I want to go and do is make a start on my pyramid. Now, before I do that, did I already take them over there? I did. I already took it over there. I want to, well, like I said, build my pyramid. But I need to make sure I've got my lapis lazuli and my redstone blocks. Now, the reason I want these is because I use them as building blocks, as measuring blocks, because they're so different to the regular block that we are going to be using. Now, I'm primarily going to use sandstone, which I already went ahead and collected a crap ton of, but I also want to use some endstone, but in order to do that, I clearly need to go to the end and defeat the Ender Dragon. Now, the reason I want to use endstone is I believe, I can't recall if it's an actual thing, but you can make endstone bricks, and I think that'll look kind of nice intertwined with some of the sandstone. So maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, and about 20 minutes later, we have our base foundation laid. Look at this, guys. It's gonna be a big pyramid. It's gonna be a very big pyramid. Now, if you recall, I said I wanted to make this 3 layers thick, and I'm still planning on doing that, hence why I've added an outer 2 layers here, because I wanted to build, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A degradation effect, a wear and tear. Is degradation the right word? I think it is. Yes, big brain. I think it is the right word. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm most likely wrong, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. But we've laid the base foundation. Yep, forgot that word. And wow, this is going to be a huge pyramid. Oh boy, it's going to take a long time to build. Okay, I just removed the cobblestone layer that I put in. Now, I'm not going to make this completely solid. This is going to be the center. Obviously, I need to build it right up to the top, and I'll turn it into some sort of pillar, because I think that will look quite nice. But we are going to have an entranceway. There are going to be tombs and secret rooms and all sorts, which I think will be kind of cool. So I guess we better start by building a staircase leading all the way up to the center there. Damn, this thing is tall. Jeez. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. For now, I'm actually going, because I now have a staircase down, going to build this center pillar that I want, as this will be the centerpiece of the pyramid, and well, I need some more cut stone first, but that'll be absolutely fine. Okay, well, now it's time to get started on the inner layer. And quite literally just the inner layer, because this is the inmost layer. We gotta do another layer on top of this, and then another layer on top of that. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. At this rate, it's gonna take a long time. I mean, we've made great progress, don't get me wrong. This is one layer. I've built a spiral just in case I fall in. Even though I've kind of stuck to this method for most of it, I might get bored doing this on repeat, so yeah, just in case. Well, I think it goes without saying, this is one of the biggest pyramids I think I've ever built, but geez, this is gonna take a long time. Oh god, it'll be worth it though. It'll have a good payoff. And I'll have all sorts of rooms in there, and we could have treasuries and secret areas, and we could do things. We could connect it up to our main house. Oh, that would be quite cool. I could have like a tunnel leading all the way to here. Yeah, I might have to do that, but who knows? It could be anything, to be fair. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that we're getting there. This is such a big pyramid. We did it. The inner layer is done. Oh, Jesus. This, like I said, is the biggest pyramid I've ever built. Oh, Jesus, it's going to be huge. And this is just one layer. It's the inner layer. We've got to do the middle and the outer layers yet. Jeez. Oh, look at this. Wow. That is incredible. Okay, so having done that first layer, I am almost out of sandstone, and that was just for the inner layer. So I'm going to head off into the nether, go through the portal that leads to the acacia biome, and then see if there is a desert near there, because acacia is commonly found near desert. And then I can just dig as much sand as I want without ruining any more of the aesthetic in this area. So I'm going to spend the time to do that, and then I'm going to work on the middle layers and so on. It's going to take forever, so I'll probably just jump cut to when we've made some really substantial progress. So, it's a full moon, and I may have got a little carried away. And when I say that, I mean, rather than just do, like, half a layer and then show you the progress, I went ahead and did all of it. This is 3 layers thick now. We've even got a little entranceway, which I thought was really cool. So, yeah, there are a bunch of levers in here. I am going to try and put some redstone in this thing. So, I want it to feel like a tomb. I want it to feel, like there's traps and things that can actually cause danger. And, of course, there will be some form of treasury or some tomb at the end. I just feel like having an interior will really help sell this thing. But look at the size of this. It's so big. Oh, it's honestly the biggest pyramid I've ever built today. Like, ever. Biggest pyramid right here, right now. In fact, I'm going to make my way to the top just to give you an overview of the land. Now, this might take a little while because we have to go all the way up to the top, but still, we did it. Yes. It took ages. It took days and days, but getting it all done feels like it paid off quite nicely. I mean, look how high up we are. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. But I think I'm actually going to leave it there. And I'm only going to say that now because, one, I want to work on this a little bit off camera, and I don't know, I've covered it so far so I don't spoil anything, but I want to make these levers work, like I was saying. Maybe make this way a door, which would be kind of cool. Maybe make a combination lock, so certain levers need to be pulled in order to open it. I'm not really too sure. I think that would be a really cool idea. And I want to put traps and stuff in there, like I was saying. So maybe we'll have some sort of grand treasure episode. I don't really know, but I'm going to be working that. Well, say that again. I'm going to be working on that in the background, so there's just going to be an episode where the pyramid's done and everything will be great. But I'm so happy with how it's turned out so far. It looks so, like, squished. It's not. It's quite tall, but it looks squished. But I suppose that's just normal. But it is a perfect square, so I guess we'll just have to I guess that'll just have to be the way it is. But yes, like I said, I am going to leave that video here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, and I will see you in the next one.